with you, Kojo Poku. I don't know what you see, what your projections are for the. I understand this. Sorry, there's the Honorable Richard Jan Mensah, also of the Gumua West constituency, member of Parliament for the Gumua West constituency, who has had quite some extensive experience in the sector, and will be drawing on both his experience in the sector and what his side in Parliament thinks of the current issues. I don't know whether to call it a fuel crisis or not yet, but surely there are issues. All right, so let me start off with you, Mr. Kojo Poku. You do research and you make projections into the future. Of course, we blame a lot of what we're going through on Ukraine and Russia. To a large extent, yes. Are we going to continue seeing these hikes and experiencing these difficulties, as long as the Russia-Ukraine war continues? Is there nothing we can do about the hikes, even as the conflict, goes on?
Well, thank you, and then good morning to the panel and good morning to your viewers. I think that, look, let's situate it in the right context. There's a global crisis. It's not a crisis in Ghana.
Okay.
There are two issues that the fuel sector faces. Scarcity of products, because what you have is that you have the number 2 largest producer of all products, being crude oil, diesel, or gasoline, being taken out of the world market. So because there's an embargo, so Russia does not ship stuff into the market. And they're the second largest exporter. So there is a shortage in the market. Then, because there's a shortage, that now plays into the demand and supply. So there's a global problem. Recently, as far as Wednesday, the Association of Refiners in the U.S. actually issued a statement and rebuked the President of the United States, because the White House came out and said that the refiners in America should do more to bring down prices in the U.S. And they came out to say that, no, it is his utterances, the President of the United States' utterances, and his backing of the war that is causing the problems and the volatility in the market. So if we situate it in a global context, then we now bring it into Ghana. Is there a reflection of the global situation in Ghana? Yes. But the Ghana has a peculiar situation. The only small peculiar situation we have in Ghana is the FX. Okay. Today, if you look at the price at the pump, the FX makes about 20 to 25%. As per the NAS analysis, 25% of the price we have now is due to the depreciation of the cedi. Now, in the last 2-3 months, the Bank of Ghana has stepped in through the ministry and MPA, has tried to now do something that we've been calling for some time, a desk or somewhere like Bank of Ghana creating FX provision for the BDCs and the OMCs, and that is happening. But the little challenge with that is that the Bank of Ghana is not able to do 100% of what their industry need. So they buy about 60-70% from Bank of Ghana, but still have to go into the open market and buy and supplement. So that is the situation. So Ghana's situation is a combination of two: global issues, and in terms of local, we're looking at the strength of the cedi. So if we put it in context, then I think we understand it that way.
Very well. So as far as you're concerned, we'll be at this for a while. Once the war is...
Well, I have seen a document going around where the government is looking for about $1 billion in Parliament, asking Parliament to give it some money. I think that would stop the speculation and people betting against the cedi. What is happening now is that the cedi is in the sinking sand. And you remember when the government made an announcement that they were going to bring $2 billion into the market, immediately the cedi got some strength. What is happening, businessmen, everybody who is betting against the cedi. So they are buying more dollar and saving that. If the government is able to get that $1 billion into the system, there will be a panic for those who are now betting against the cedi. They will now start selling because the strength of the cedi will start going up against the dollar. So then we will reverse the trend that we are in now.
Temporarily.
No, it wouldn't be temporarily, because now if there is liquidity of FX in the system, and $1 billion will go a long way.
but this is not the first time we are injecting $1 billion into the...
No, but then the whole of this year...
Periodically.
Look, in every year, subsequent to this year, we've been doing 2 injections. One with the euro bond and the cocoa syndication. So the euro bond gives us with February, March the syndication of the Eurobond comes in. Then September, October, the cocoa syndication comes in. So those are the two injections that we have. This year, we've not been able to do the Eurobond. So that is where the challenge is beginning of the year. If we're able to do the 1 billion to come in, that would create a rally for the city. Then we are near September, October. The cocoa syndication money will come in the next, let's say, 5-6 months. That would also now help. So yes, it's temporarily, depending on what temporarily is, because it's relative. But it is a rally for the city. We need that injection to be able to rally the city. If not, then it's the sinking sand.
Very well. Duncan Amoah, are you there? You interface directly with the consumers. How does it look from your end? Consumers are complaining. They say a lot of their disposable income goes into transportation. Meanwhile, their income hasn't seen a corresponding growth. I know you've made some suggestions in the past. Government is addressed some of them, listen to some of them. In the case of the BOG, making some FX available to the BDCs at certain rates, etc. Now we understand that the situation is global, which means that there's very little we can do about that. In the past, you've also advocated that some taxes be taken off. I think sometime in March or April, some taxes were reduced. What else can be done to ensure that the situation is lighter on consumers?
Well, let me say good morning to you. Good morning to the Honorable Deputy Energy Minister, Andrew Ejapamesa. Good morning to Kojo. His Excellency.
Thank you.
Potential incoming president.
Thank you. You have lost your post by now if you never added that title.
Indeed, consumers are hard pressed. The Ghanaian is in dire straits. We are in very difficult moments. What makes the situation even worse is that you are not at the end of the ropes yet. Projections look quite grim. Interventions have been, minimal, although we've seen some interventions. The expectation would be that we'll put in place a coherent strategy to contain the abnormality that we are recording both on the international market and the FX situation, like Kojo rightly put it.